So, what if there was a simple way to fix any software related problem with your PC? If you have Windows 8 or Windows 10, you have exactly that in what's called a refresh. So a refresh is a program that you can run on your computer. It takes about 4, maybe 5 clicks of the mouse to get it up and running. And what it does is it reinstalls your operating system, but with the added advantage of actually saving your profile. So your documents, your pictures, your movies, and whatever else you have in that library folder will be saved. So what it does is it reinstalls the operating system, and it can fix basically any software problem that you are having with your PC. So you could have a problem with a browser. It won't work no matter what you do with it. You try and reinstall it. So there could be something wrong with the registry that's causing it not to be able to run. So it will fix that problem. It'll also get rid of viruses, spyware and malware. If you have any other kind of an application, say like Skype or say Photoshop, and they won't run, or you're getting these errors, or even if you're getting a blue screen of death, if it's software related, refreshing your PC, Windows 8 or Windows 10, will sort that problem out. So I can't emphasize how important it is to be able to use this program. Now, you don't have to learn it off. There is thousands of videos out here on YouTube on how to do it. Great YouTubers showing you exactly how to do this. But it is very important to figure out how to use it. It's not hard to learn. You know, as I said, it's 5 clicks of the mouse. It's just the actual going through the layers to actually get to run it is the problem with most people. Now, sometimes there will be an issue with a recovery media. If you've upgraded your PC from 7 to 8 or from 8 to 10, that upgrade, if you upgrade, you will need a recovery media. So it'll ask you for a recovery media in order to be able to run refresh. So that's an important thing to keep in mind. But as I said, majority of the time you'll probably have bought a new laptop or desktop, and it won't be an upgrade. It'll be a full version of an operating system, so you won't come across that issue. One more thing about refresh is sometimes it doesn't fix the issue because the problem is hardware, and more than likely it's the hard drive, but sometimes it can be the motherboard or systems board. And if that's the case, then at least you'll know by running refresh that you have a problem with hardware. If it doesn't finish, if refresh doesn't finish, more than likely that's what the issue is, hardware. So you'd have hard drive, replace that first and see, does that fix the issue? Then reinstall your operating system. These are simple things. It's so easy install or reinstall an operating system these days, not like years gone past. So I can't emphasize it enough how important it is. If you want to fix a PC for free, your own PC for free, you need to learn how, or at least be aware that refresh is available to you when you have a problem. Okay, so let me show you how to use refresh on Windows 8 and Windows 10. So before I start resetting, this is Windows 8. I just want to reiterate that it is going to fix any software problem that you have with your operating system, which is Windows 8, or if you have a problem with a program that you have installed, like say like the likes of OpenOffice or Firefox or Malware or Photoshop or anything else that you have installed through a DVD or through a third-party website. And anything that is that you've installed from the Windows Store will be reinstalled. Oh yeah, and any software that actually came with your PC, if you have a laptop or a desktop that's made by a particular company, they will have pre-installed software on the desktop, and if you use it, that will be reinstalled as well. So again, as I said, this will sort out any software problem. And if it doesn't work, if reinstalling your operating system doesn't work, then it is more than likely the hard drive that's causing the problem. And if it's not the hard drive that's causing the problem, then it's probably the motherboard or the RAM, graphics card, or processor. Now, usually the processor, RAM, and the motherboard won't usually give you trouble until you're 3 to 4 years using the computer, and only if you are a heavy user. Now, things can go wrong, but usually that is the case. So it's usually the hard drive that's beginning to die, and the hard drive is usually a disk drive that will cause that issue. So drag your mouse up to the top right hand corner to access the sidebar here, and click on settings, and then go down here to change PC settings, and PC settings will open, and go to general, and then I have to scroll down, but you probably will not. This is installed on a VirtualBox, so it's just a slightly different setup, but the same procedure will work for you on your computer. So then refresh your PC without affecting your files. If your PC isn't running well, you can refresh it without losing your photos, music, videos, and other personal files, if they are in your library folder. So make sure anything that you want to keep, put it into the library folder. Make a new folder within the library. There's methods, ways of doing that as well. So we'll get started here. So click on Get Started, and then refresh your PC will start up. Here's what will happen. Your files and personalization settings won't change. Your PC settings will be restored to their defaults. Apps from Windows Store will be kept. Apps that you've installed from disks or websites will be removed. A list of removed apps will be saved to your desktop, so you'll know what has been removed. It'll give you a list on your desktop. So then just click on Next. And basically what this is saying is that it's going to reinstall your operating system, keep your personal settings and files, and keep all the Windows Store apps that you've installed. And one thing they're forgetting to state here is that apps that came with your PC on your desktop will also be saved. Okay, so you'll be able to use them after you do the reset or refresh. So click Next there. Now it's preparing for the refresh. Ready to refresh your PC. This will take a few minutes and your PC will restart. Once, maybe twice, it depends on the setup of your particular type of PC. Okay, so we're going to click refresh there. So now your PC will restart. Now it's preparing to refresh your PC, and then it'll start refreshing your PC. This can take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on the size of your hard drive. In some extreme cases, maybe 20 minutes. And as I said, if it doesn't finish refreshing, or it stalls, or it returns to your desktop with it didn't do a refresh, it'll state that on the desktop. It means that there's possibly something wrong with hardware on your computer. Now it restarted there again, so it's finished the refresh, and it's going to prepare your PC for. There's a third restart. So as I said, different PCs will have different ways of doing a refresh, all depending on the setup of your hardware and the setup of your hard drive and the setup of the files on your hard drive. And disk drives will take longer than solid state drives. So we're now back getting things ready. This is like it's a reinstall, as I said. So then this networks thing comes up. It's up to yourself, sharing or connecting two devices. So this is for networks and public places. For home or work networks, turn on sharing. It's up to yourself which one you want. I'm just going to leave it, as I don't want. So that's it. It's supposed to show a file of removed programs. So what I had on it was Malware bytes. I installed it myself, and Firefox and OpenOffice, and it's supposed to leave a document on a list of the files that have been removed, but it hasn't done that for some reason. But it will. It could have something to do with the fact that I'm running this on VirtualBox, so that's possibly the reason why mine hasn't shown up here. But it'll show you a file. It'll be something similar to this library file here, and it'll be sitting here on the desktop. So that's how you do a refresh. So important to learn how to do. You don't really have to learn it. As I said, it's just a matter of watching a video on how to do it and go ahead and refresh your PC. And the things that it's able to fix and prevent, if you're having problems with your computer, it is a great way to get it sorted if it's software related, as I said. Okay. So refreshing your Windows 10 PC, just like Windows 8, just a slightly different way of getting to the actual reset scenario. So again, keep in mind that you will be losing any programs that you have installed yourself from websites or from DVDs or CDs. So I have 3 installed there. So Malware bytes, Mozilla Firefox, and OpenOffice. And if it is a thing that it does not fix your problem, then more than likely it's hardware that's causing the problem, and usually it's the hard drive that causes it. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to show you now how to refresh your Windows 10 PC. So click on the start button there and go up to settings, and then update and security, Windows update and recovery backup. Okay, click on that guy. And then go down here to recovery, and you get reset this PC. If your PC isn't running well, resetting it might help. This lets you choose to keep your files or remove them, and then reinstalls Windows. So you get the option to keep your files and settings. Okay, so let's get started here. Press that. So you have an option here now, keep my files, removes apps and settings, but keeps your personal files. So the settings it's on about here is the general, it's a reinstall of the operating system. So your personal files will be fine, and anything else that you have held in that folder or those library folders, okay? But then you have the other option here, remove everything. Removes all your personal files, apps and settings. So again, the Windows, anything that you get on the Windows Store, you will they will be reinstalled, and anything that came pre-installed on your PC will also be kept. Okay, so we'll choose an option, keep my files. Now, your apps will be removed. Many apps can be reinstalled from the store, but the following apps will need to be reinstalled from the web or installation disks. The list will be saved to the desktop after you reset this PC. So malware bytes, so I showed you those three, Microsoft Visual C++, that is needed by OpenOffice, and Mozilla Firefox, which I showed you, Mozilla Maintenance Services, and OpenOffice. Okay, so those are the files that I have installed from websites. So they will all be uninstalled, so I'll have to reinstall them. It isn't a big problem, easy to do. If you've done it already, you'll easily be able to reinstall them again. So click next. Ready to reset this PC. Resetting will remove all apps and programs that don't come with this PC. Change settings back to their defaults. Reinstall Windows without removing your personal files. This will take a while and your PC will restart. It depends on the size of your hard drive and what type of hard drive you have. So if you have a solid state drive, it will be quick, depending on the size of it, of course. So 5 or 10 minutes. And if it's a disk drive, it could take up to a half an hour or 3/4 of an hour. Okay, so let's get started there. Click reset. And it will restart at least twice. So I'm using VirtualBox here, but it's the same procedure. Now it's preparing to do the reset. There it is now, starting to reset this PC. And then it restarts again. Again, it'll all depend on the type of PC you have and what way it's set up. So there was a problem resetting this PC, no changes were made. This is because we are using VirtualBox. So you will get a file here, sitting here, that these files were uninstalled. It'll give you a list of the uninstalled files, and that's pretty much it. So again, if it doesn't work, if there's a problem with the resetting, like this is saying here, it could be because of the hard drive or some other piece of hardware that's on your computer. So just make sure that you it's next to impossible to know which is causing the problem, but usually it is the hard drive, especially if the computer is a year or two old. If it's less than a year old, you won't come up against a hardware problem unless you're really working the computer really hard. Okay, so I'm just going to close that anyway, and that's how you reset your PC. Reset Windows 10 PC.